All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, August 8th, and we have a lot to cover tonight because we haven't really talked since, God, that's terrible. We haven't really talked. The lighting in here is horrible. Okay, so we haven't really talked since Summit. Okay, and I know a few you guys have talked to me. We've talked and communicated about whatnot, but tonight I really want to just go over a few things, but then I wanted to like kind of brainstorm some different ideas with you guys and kind of see what you guys have got going on for the different things that are coming up because this is, I really just want it to be more of a Summit recap because there was so much that came out. So I want you guys to have, the opportunity to ask me some questions or whatever that you guys have maybe about the health bet or whatever else is coming out so we have some clarification. Okay, so Summit was amazing. I think they still have tickets available. I haven't seen anything different as far as it being sold out. So you guys still have a pretty good opportunity to get yourself into New Orleans next year. I know we went ahead and reserved a bunch of rooms for next year. It's crazy to even think about that, but anyway, to do that, but you just really got to do that. Otherwise it's a tough situation. It can be. And I don't really know much about New Orleans, but I know you don't want to get too far outside the French Quarter. And that was before Katrina. So my dad was talking to me about it yesterday and he was like, it was kind of scary before Katrina, so you may just not want to go very far. May not want to go very far out of the French Quarters. But anyway, here nor there, it's still going to be fun because we'll be, sporting our biceps, and nobody's going to want to mess with a bunch of Beachbody coaches anyway. So it'll be good. All right, so Summit recap. 2 new programs that came out of that. Speak for yourself. I think I'm done. But yeah, let's hope, okay? All right. So anyway, Katie said at the bottom, in case you're listening to this recording, she said, let's hope we're not pregnant. Or I would probably be a little bit too much. Okay, anyway, so 2 new programs that came out of Summit, and the first one that I'm the most excited about because I love Joel and Jericho. They're the Les Mills Pump people. It's called Core to Force. And it's, a kickboxing course. So it's going to be like 12 rounds. So it'll be just like 3 minutes of 12 rounds from what I understand. So you'll have 3 minutes, 12 rounds, just like a normal, MMA fight or kickboxing fight or whatever you want to call them, or, boxing fight. So that's really exciting. That will be coming out in November. Okay, so that one is coming out in a few months. I know that seems like a ways, but that is like the most awesome time because, typically when we have a new program release, guys, what happens is you have like what they call this burst, this volume burst. And maybe you guys have seen some of that in your business in the last 2 weeks of that Country Heat has come out. But it's one of those things where you just like everybody wants it. So it gives a little bit more for you guys to have in terms of a drive and direction for the holidays to help people kind of get through that holiday blah and to have a new program coming out, but also because it's a good opportunity for you guys to kickstart your business too, because November, December, those are months that we obviously would like to have more money in our bank account for Christmas and to be able to pay for things, in cash, if you're big on that and not having to have, credit card Christmas and paying for in cash. So it's really nice that they put out those releases. So that Core to Force will be available in that time frame. So the 3-week yoga retreat, okay, it's a yoga retreat, which I'm pretty excited about. I love PiYo, so we'll see how it goes. But this is going to be really good, I think, for okay, well, can I get through my call first, and then I'll be right there. Go. Say hi, bye. Good night. Go get whatever. Okay, so so this one is going to be really good for, I think it's going to be a really good supplemental program, or really for somebody who has like injuries and, probably doesn't have a lot of, or just getting started into fitness, or maybe just really tight and inflexible. So that's going to be an interesting one. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I'm not really for sure when that's coming out. I think it's coming out only on Beachbody On Demand, from what I could gather from the from Summit, from the videos and things like that. I think it's only going to be on Beachbody On Demand. So your customers will have that. It'll be released, I think, towards the end of August, if I'm correct. I think, did anybody kind of catch that anywhere? Okay, so somewhere towards the middle to the end of August, maybe the 1st of September, you'll see that, and they'll tell you that. But so that's just going to be a BOD program. Okay, any questions on those so far? Fixate, let's just go to that real quick. How awesome is it to have a freaking cooking channel for the Fix? Okay, this is just going to be something that you guys, this is how I envision this happening. It's going to be very, very critical for us to utilize that part of it for our challenge groups, okay? So they're going to have those 30 days of the free Beachbody On Demand. So what we're going to want to do is to kind of brainstorm, and maybe you guys can put some ideas together, is how you can intertwine that into, you know, your challenge groups. Because that's a huge deal. Like, I've had a lot of people be like, oh, I would love that. You know, so they're going to have like a weekly, they're going to have like, you know, the past videos, but they're going to be a weekly, from what I understand, they're going to be a week-to-week basis. So they'll have a new one each week. Okay, so that'll be family friendly. They'll be quick. They'll be, you know, delicious. They'll have, you know, alcoholic drinks. They'll have all kinds of stuff for us to use to stay on our portion containers. So that's really exciting. So if you guys have any great ideas as far as how to implement that into your groups, but that's going to be really one thing that I can see even being, well, it's already an additional benefit for Beachbody On Demand. I mean, just to have something that's going to be fresh and quick and something that they can tap into. So make sure that when that comes out in the next week or two, that you guys are really hitting that hard with your new groups that are even starting this month. Don't wait till September. Okay, start promoting that right away, and promote that as part of when you're doing your invites for your groups now, because that's an exciting thing too. So if you can add that into, okay, well, you know, doing a challenge group, you're going to get first dibs on the Fixate cooking show, the cooking channel that's coming, and you're going to have 30 days access to that. So make sure that you're talking about that, because that's going to be coming up in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so that'll be the very first ones will be ready to go. Any questions on the Fixate? I think it's always 140. Yeah, I think it is. I don't think it ever goes up. I think it's always 140. So it's on sale full time.
Is that, did you guys, I don't know, maybe they said this at Summit too, but I caught this at Super Sunday, that the challenge packs that are on sale right now are on sale all the way through to October.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that.
They just said that Super Saturday or Sunday, whatever.
Okay, so they're available all the way. The man was really intense about during that opening session, and Debbie and Carol, you guys can say, he was really intense about how can we make fitness fun again? Mm-hmm. Like, how can we just, well, you guys, you watched it live. If you watched it live, you probably caught that too. But there were so many different things that were coming out to make fitness fun and to hit every fitness level, you know, and to really help people. Well, I don't understand, like, excuses are going to come regardless, but he's really trying to eliminate a lot of the excuses, like trying to hit every single person that you can possibly think of, you know, and their excuses, and hitting every spectrum of people on earth. So he was really hitting that hard about the fun aspect of it. So I'm guessing, and trying to eliminate that, is always having all those challenge packs on sale for the entire, you know, quarter, basically. So that's exciting. I didn't know that. Thank you for adding that in, Katie. So everything's on sale. All your top programs are on sale. So really there shouldn't be any reason that, you know, we shouldn't, you know, be successful, especially in August with the Team Cup going on. Okay, so that's exciting. Okay, Country Heat. Let's talk about that a little bit, because I think I'm just going to speak right out of the horse's butt right now. I did not believe in this. Like, I didn't think that. I really laughed. I really did. I was like, what? Like, seriously? Are we like, we are reaching. Do you guys see that this in the launch, it's above the 21-day fix in terms of sales? It's gone beyond the 21-day fix. Okay. And the 21-day fix was friggin' like sold out like right away. Like, you know, we had no portion, we had no fixed containers. We had like, they were on back order. Like, what? I didn't even understand that it could even happen. So for the 21-day fix to be surpassed by the Country Heat blows my mind. Okay. So last night on our call with the Augustine Cup group, we were talking about how, you know, you really shouldn't overlook the Country Heat Challenge Pack. Because you think it's, you know, stupid or easy, or you have 2 left feet, whatever it is, you know? So I just encourage you guys to, if you haven't tried it or bought it, just buy it, do it here and there, you know, check it out, watch it. You don't have to do it from point A to point B. But what I would do is don't overlook it. I've been going back to a lot of people who are really intimidated by exercise, but really like music. But I think size wasn't really the fit for them for that. So I've been going back to a lot of people around here because everybody likes country music. I mean, 90% of people. Okay. So don't overlook the Country Heat program. I'm going to be starting one on the 15th of August. So that's next Monday. If anybody would like to jump in on that, I think I've got 4 people right now. They're going to be starting it. So if you guys need a group or want to join in and do it with me, I've already got the group set up, and we're going to start posting probably tomorrow or probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So if anybody needs to jump into that group, and that's kind of what I haven't sold anything else. I've been really focusing on just, you know, creating relationships and figuring out what their need is. But a lot of the people I've just been going back to and re-inviting them, telling them, you know, the new program came out, that it's on sale, and I think it'll be really great for them. Okay, so don't overlook it. And there is going to be a $1,000 per day giveaway for people doing Country Heat. That's in your, the details of that is in your back office, but I'm guessing what they're doing is hashtags, I think is what they're doing. Hashtags Country Heat or whatever. So if you're using hashtags and you're doing your workout and you're putting it on Instagram or Facebook even, make sure that you are hashtagging it. If you need some examples or ideas of what you can do to promote it, I did not realize that there are banners, there are like example pictures and things in your Coach Online office. I kind of put that in the Team Succeed group that you guys can use to kind of think about how you can best promote Country Heat and putting it out there. Okay, but if you're using that, have your customers talk about that in your challenge groups too, is hashtag Country Heat or whatever it is. The details are in the back office so that they can get a chance to win $1,000. Okay. No, I will get there in a second. Cash and Harper, get in bed. They're like the Energizer bunnies right now in there. Okay. So one thing I want to say too, because I want to talk about the health bet next for you guys' ideas. But, you know, we all talk about, well, I can't afford to do prizes. You know, I don't really have enough money, you know, yet to invest into gifts and prizes for my challengers. And what I have to say is one of the things that I use the most were 2 things. And I think I've gone away from that a lot because for whatever reason is, you know, the Beachbody Challenge. Okay. The Beachbody Challenge, for one, there's prizes, there's incentives. But 2, you know, when they finish the program, you need to make sure at the end of the challenge group that you are having them submit their before and after pictures and their results so that they get a free shirt. So you guys can make sure that you're utilizing that as your prizes. You know, if you don't have an opportunity to do a t-shirt or go out and buy a book or, you know, whatever, or have these things, couple ideas, a handwritten note. I went to Target. Okay, and I'll handwrite some of them notes, like just these fun little pink ones, and just write them notes and send them in the mail, because really who mails anything anymore, right? So it's a really good thing to just kind of handwrite them a note. That's a good idea. You know, thanking them for becoming part of your challenge group. Because the 4th vital behavior again is recognition. They just added that in there. So I wanted to kind of intertwine that. So making sure that you guys are kind of doing something like that, acknowledging the fact that they took a big leap of faith with you and bought a challenge pack, and making sure that you handwrite something. What I do is I buy like the 10 packs of the Energize or the Hydrate, and I'll send packets of those in there. They're very inexpensive. So I'll send them to my challengers as soon as they purchase a challenge pack, and that way they have that. That's something that you can give them, and you're exposing them to additional products. Okay. because we have so many products that we forget about, you guys, and we're so focused on Shakeology and we're so focused on a program that we often forget we have a whole line of products to offer them. Okay, so don't also forget to talk about those in the group. You know, when you're using your Energize, I'm just getting ready to do my Energize. Talk about that. Talk about how it helps you. Talk about the Hydrate, maybe how you, and if you're not using them yourself, that's hard to talk about. But, you know, I use Energize all the time. It's great. It's less than 100 milligrams of caffeine, so I can still use it when I'm nursing, which is great. I've even seen some people using it while they're pregnant. Okay, if they don't use, you know, if they don't drink caffeine, they just used it as their, you know, their coffee substitute. So anyway, those are some ideas that I want you guys to think about, because $1,000 a day, that's a huge deal. Okay, if somebody has a chance to win $1,000, that's an incentive that you don't have to pay for. Nothing that you have to put up front. These cards at Target are like $5, okay, and mailing them out and giving them a sample of Energize. And you know, if you wanted to, with this health bet, let's talk about that a little bit. Okay, at first I was like, oh, God, what? Like, I'm not much for detail. I swear I'm not. Like, I'm like, that is just too much work. That is just too much work, okay? Just going to be honest with you. But I'm like, okay, let's talk about this. Let's figure it out, the health bet. So September 5th through the October 2nd is when that starts. So how this was explained to us, and you guys can correct me, but through that time frame, Beachbody is going to upfront $1 million. Okay, so they're putting, let's think about this pot. Have you guys seen Jamie Eason? Jamie Eason is her name. She's a fitness person. Anyway, she's done this diet bet. You guys might have seen this before on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, there's a diet bet. It's a big pool of money, and whoever joins, they're in the pool. So they might put an entry fee into it. But what Beachbody is doing is giving $1,000 entry fee. So they're upfronting $1,000. Or I'm sorry, $1 million. That makes a big difference. You'll all get a cent. Yes. Anyway, they're putting up $1 million up front into the diet bet pool. Okay. So starting July 27th and through August 31st, for every challenge pack that we sell, they will donate $5 additionally into that pool, up to $2 additional $1 million. So there's $3 million in a pool, up to $3 million, depending on how many challenge packs that we sell between that time frame. And what they're going to do is they're running it through the My Challenge Tracker app. Okay, so you have to run the challenge group through the Tracker app. You can't do it on Facebook. Everybody has to be on the challenge tracker, and they have to log at least 3 workouts a day, 3 workouts a week, and 5 Shakeologies a week, I think is what it is. Okay, and so then what they're going to do is they're going to take all that people who meet all that criteria, and at the end of October 2nd, then they're going to divvy out the money to the people that met that criteria. Okay, now you'll have to go to the FAQs and look up the specifics, but that is how I have understood that that's going to work. So talk about that now when you're doing your challenge packs. Okay. Especially, you know, every one that we sell, they're going to give $5 additional. So the more that we can sell, the more chances, or the bigger that pool is going to be, you know, be per person. Get it? So we'll see how it goes, but that's really, you guys, you don't understand, like that for a company to do those types of things, to upfront $3 million, up to $3 million to help reward people for their health and getting fit. There aren't many companies out there doing that type of stuff. Okay, they're just taking whatever you bring me, I'm going to take. Okay, so it's really cool to be able to so learn more about that. Talk about it in your challenge groups. Talk about how people can get involved. Again, you have to use the Tracker app. The Tracker app. The Tracker app. You have to use it. So your people have to be registered through that app. They cannot be on Facebook. They can't do anything like that. So they have to be signed up that way. So let's talk about ideas. How do you guys, what do you guys have in mind? Like, how do you see you doing this? Like, are you going to do it? Are you going to promote it? You know, how are you going to, and you don't have to say anything now but be thinking about those things. And if you have some ideas, please, for the love of peace sakes, share that in the Team Succeed group. Okay. I'm asking you guys for one favor. Okay. One favor. And that is, for the rest of this year, we need to blow that group up, okay? Here's what I mean by that. We need your ideas. When you have an idea, or when you have something that's working for you, or if you have a challenger or a coach, somebody on your team, put that in there. Let's celebrate those types of things, okay? That group is so dead right now. Like, here, and the other thing is here's what is a pet peeve of mine, just so you know. When we have a new coach that is signed up on our team, regardless if you know that person, and there's only 2 people that comment on it, myself and one other person, please comment. Please welcome them to the team. There is nothing more deflating that I see when we don't have anybody. We have somebody that was welcome to the team, and not one person's commented on it, and you just give them a thumbs up. Okay? I just wanted to address that tonight. Even if you don't know them, even if you like hate them and you know them and they signed up with somebody else or whatever it might be, I don't really care. Just make sure that we're doing our due diligence, and that is really welcoming those people to our team. Okay? That's a really, really big thing for me. Anybody else think that should be a big priority? Okay? Because when somebody becomes a coach, that's a big deal. Do you remember when you got started as a coach and you were like nervous, like you didn't know, what you're getting into? Like, can we just give them a really big hug, a virtual hug, like when they come in here into the team? Because there's so many, and this goes into our challenge groups. That's another thing that I took away from Summit 2 was every chapter in every group needs to have a comment. Okay? If you go into your group,
What's the weather say?
the weather says get to bed.
Oh, but I have a good idea. I followed off today, so Cassie, I have to go upstairs, and I want to talk to him, and then I climbed up his bedroom.
Okay, I'll be right there. Go,
But
Harper.
Mommy, I want to talk to everyone.
No, you don't. Go to bed.
I
Harper.
want to talk to
Then say hi. Just say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Good night. Go, Harper.
We have a top and bottom bed.
Yes, you do. It's not a bunk bed. It's a top and bottom bed.
It's a top and bottom bed. Both beds
Okay.
on the
So,
top and bottom.
Harper. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so back to that whole thing we talked about in some of the groups. I think it was about running an effective challenge group. And I know at the end of the day we're exhausted, but do not ever let somebody in your challenge group comment and post and log in and nobody gives them a comment. Okay? Please do that. That's another thing that is something that was very much stressed into the group. So, you know what I mean? Like thumbs up. Thumbs up used to be cool, but thumbs up is like, yeah. It's not, yeah, great job. Thank you for logging your workouts today. Thumbs up. Just a thumbs up. That's like the most impersonal thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, social media can be that way too. Anyway, but one thing, welcome our new coaches into our team. Can we do that? Can we give them a big hug and just like everybody, thumbs up and comment, okay? Both. The other thing is to make your challenge groups effective, every person that comments and comes in there to post is a big deal. Because you guys have all had groups where, people aren't posting ever. So it's a big deal when somebody's posting. So let's make a big deal out of it when they actually do post, okay? That was another thing I want to talk about. Into our team. Any questions on that? Okay, moving on.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that health bet for a minute?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, and I'm just going to put this out here because I want to talk about it, whether it's in Team Succeed. We don't have to talk about it tonight, but, so we've done the Challenge Tracker app a couple times, and I'm finding it very impersonal. Not being able to do video and other people, it's the same kind of deal, almost like what you just talked about. People are not commenting on things.
Yeah.
And the only things that you can track really are Shakeology and workout, which that's good. I almost would like to be able to use that with my coaches, but I would like to think of a way of how to encompass it with a Facebook group. So there's still, the interaction of what we got going on with being able to use video and just the interaction within the Facebook group that we currently have got going on, and maybe adding that as like a task as to don't forget your health bet type of thing and log it, but not making, do you hear do you know what I'm saying? Does
Yeah, I
anybody
mean,
else
I think the only
hear
way,
about that?
I think the way around that is probably just have to do both. You'd have to do both. You'd have to say, I mean, a Facebook group and that, unless
Well,
they decide to do like a
that-
video option before then. I don't,
Mhm.
that
Yeah, because maybe I would highly doubt that they wouldn't want in on the health bet.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because
Yeah.
I want to include it for sure. You'd be stupid not to do the health bet part of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want it to be an effective challenge group.
Yeah, I mean, that's just going to have to be something that we kind of toss some ideas around with, because it does have to be through that app. But I did go back to, I do like the app, but not for that, but for the opposite reason. Like I like being able to see it, and see when people are logging things. I like that aspect of it, but I think you do lose a lot of that personality part of it. So,
Anyways, just throwing it out there to start some wheels spinning, because we have a month to figure this out in order to really be able to be ahead of the game before we open these groups up starting September.
Yeah. So if anybody has any grand ideas with that, and maybe that's something that we can, learn some other groups too, Katie, and just kind of, share it with the rest of you too. But if anybody has any great ideas, that'd be awesome. Because I don't know. Okay. All right. So a couple other things. The 20s debuted today. So that's on Beachbody On Demand. So that's something else you can talk to people about who love reality TV. There's 20-year-olds or under, and they are competing to be the next Beachbody super trainer. So it's like what is that, brother? What's that one? Brothers? What is that? Big Brother. It's kind of like Big Brother. They're in a house and they're competing, and there's drama and there's love stories and there's all kinds of stuff, I guess. So it's a little out there, but I think it's something else that you guys can promote as a new feature for this month, to check it out, to see they can vote. I think, they can watch that and vote to see who's going to be the next person. Okay. So that debuted today. I did post a Super Saturday video in Team Succeed. So if you weren't able to go to a Super Saturday last Saturday, 2 days ago, you guys can check it out. Okay, it's in there. And just so for the local people, August 27th in Lincoln is going to be a fall classic, kind of a fall kickoff. Okay, so I'm not really sure what time that is, but I know that I'm going to be presenting. I'm going to be presenting with like Ann Doble and Kristen, I don't know. I can't remember her name. Kristen. Anyway, her and a couple other people. So if anybody wants to go down, you have to register for that. Okay, so you'll have to go and ask me. I think I posted in the group. Become part of the group and register for it. Okay. All right. Last and not least, the Coach Basics started today, and that is going to be something that we're working on every single month. So as you're adding, you guys will notice that we will have a place for you guys to put those people. If you do have people that are on your team and who are even discount coaches, please talk to them about becoming part of these groups, because even just you don't know when that spark is going to go off for them and something's going to like relate. They might not even have thought about how they could earn money, to pay their Shakeology, or to earn money to, for the holidays or whatnot. You know what I mean? So, please add them into the group. Talk to them about it. Like I said, even if they're a discount coach, adding them to that group, they're cool with it. And so anyway, you can still add people up until Wednesday. And then that will be the cutoff day. All right. Anything else? Anything that we want to celebrate? Is anybody already Success Club 5 for the month? How are your team cups going? I'm at 4. Team Cup's going good? If, even if we don't, oh, why is that doing that? Even if we do not hit our goals, you guys, I feel like this is the best Team Cup group that we have had since it started. Okay? This is like the best Team Cup that I've had and been a part of. So I'm really excited about that, the growth and the accountability that's in that group. So I really appreciate everybody who's been a part of that. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, I think I need to go restrain my children in their bunk beds. Oh, man. I can't wait. I don't have a sitter anymore after Thursday. So back to the grind of being a full-time mom all day and no breaks. I've had somebody come in 4 hours like every day. So it's been really nice in the summer to have a break. So get used to my wackiness coming back. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Go and enjoy the Olympics. I see Debbie going like this. Swimming. Yeah. Oh. She told me she was watching the Olympics, so
I am. Sorry. I like them.
love it. No, that's awesome. Like, I would never you have to sometimes do those things. So I love watching the Olympics. So anyway, pretty awesome to see the Summer Olympics. All right, guys, hopefully you learned something tonight. Again, let's cheer those coaches on. Let's cheer those challengers on, because honestly, if the person, okay, here's something else I just want to leave you with that I never really considered, okay? Well, I did consider it, but it was something I was getting away from. We are so set on reaching our goals sometimes in our business, our Success Club points, that we're constantly trying to go after new people and sell challenge packs, that a lot of the times we forget about those people who said yes to us. Okay, so making sure that we don't lose sight of those people who are invested into you as their coach, because oftentimes that can happen. You can take the eye off the prize because we're so worried about Success Club, and we're so worried about getting new people and inviting new people and getting that going and getting as many people that we lose sight on the fact that we have people who have purchased and they're in our challenge groups and they need us. Okay. So don't forget about those people. Don't be like, oh, check it off, Success Club, put them in a group. They can fend for themselves. Okay. Let's really help them get amazing results from now until the end of the year. Okay. And even setting your goals on, one of the things that my goal was to help so many women by the end of the year reach their goals. And I've lost sight of that. I've lost sight of what I intended to do. So maybe even sit down and write down a goal of helping 5 people between now and December reach their fitness goals. Okay. And really focusing on them, because that's where the money's at, you guys. That's where your group is. That's where the business grows, is when you do help people find results. Okay. So don't lose sight of them. All right. Good night. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.